If you missed part 1 of our Mexico adventures, we have it linked below. You won't want to miss it because we got up close and personal with some gray whales.
Check out this camping spot. Oh yeah.
Beach camping at its finest. No hookups.
Yes.
We're actually, it's the...
Well, they provided electrical, but we opted out because our solar is killing it down here.
Yeah, we actually haven't hooked up electrical at all on this trip or pulled out our generator.
I know.
Which is surprising. I think maybe it has to do with not having service and not being able to work part of the time and also being busy outside, but then...
I think it's a mixture of not using as much electrical as we normally do, but then also having better solar down here. Like our solar, like what we're bringing in is more than we typically bring in, even on a great solar day like in Arizona.
Yeah.
So I'm loving it. I love seeing like 1,000 watts being brought in.
Absolutely. So we should get more solar. So up north where we live, we'll get the same yield as we get down here. Anyway, you see how amazing it is? Anyway, it doesn't matter. We'll talk about that later.
Yes.
We'll table that.
Yes. So, we are in Bahia de Los Angeles.
Yes.
And
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles. You guys, if you thought we were bad at pronouncing things in the US, you should hear how we're murdering things down here.
Yeah, Spanish English words were hard. Spanish words are even harder.
I am quite embarrassed. And we took German in high school, so we have like zero language skills down here. Anyway, but yes, it has been beautiful down here. It's a very tiny little town. But we had dinner last night at the restaurant that owns this campground.
Like Villa Vida?
Villa Vida, yeah. And then tonight we had a fish fry, which was delicious. Oh, so good. And then they are having a bonfire. However, we might go to that for a little bit and then retire because we have to be on the road at 7 a.m. tomorrow, which means we have like a 6 a.m. 5:30 a.m. wake up call. And everyone slept really bad last night because it was so windy.
Yeah, it was, it didn't feel like it was that windy. It was actually I feel like it was just like an aggressive wind. I don't know how else to say it. Like I picture it as like a wind is like a person, and this one this one was flapping our slide seals. Like we don't have slide toppers because we've never wanted the flapping noise, which Ray said, I don't care, I'll go without slide toppers.
Yes.
You can get on the roof and clean them off.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I don't know how. I even got up and went and checked all the storage doors because I was like, I don't know, maybe there's like some weird pressure thing.
Bang. Yeah.
Yeah, it's literally the little plastic slide seals. I have no idea.
We've never had that before. And as you know, if you followed our vlogs over last year's summer, we had some very windy nights and days. We got really lucky pulling in here. We're obviously at the end site here. And I guess I'll show you. Looks like someone's hitching up tonight so they don't have to do it in the morning. But so we have the whole fantasy tour here. All the rows are here. So we thought, oh, well, we're at the end, and it was coming from this direction in the beginning of the night. It actually started coming from the other direction at the end of the night. But we just attributed that to it. Like, well, we're just getting the brunt of it because we're the first RV to get it. But everyone...
And our leveled up, so it's kind of higher.
Yeah, we're really high, so that when your jacks are fully extended, you're a little shakier anyway. So, but after talking to some of the folks here today, everyone kind of had a little rough sleep. But everyone has also said that the views here today have been well worth it. It was such a relaxing day. We didn't have anything planned. If you wanted to opt in and do like an eco boat tour, you could. If you wanted to drive into town, you could. But
like
there was there was no obligations, which was really nice. So I almost finished my entire book today just lounging around, and you watched a couple
Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark, and I installed a dimmer switch in our living room that I've been meaning to do for about a year and a half.
That's right. Yeah, I was so engrossed in my book, and I look up and the light switch is hanging down, and the whole panel for the TV, like what's that thing called?
I don't control unit, head unit.
Head unit, yeah, is like hanging off, unscrewed, and I was like, what is happening right now? Like, how did I not notice this? Anyway, so it has been a beautiful day.
Yep.
We let Carmen frolic in the water. We took her on a pretty long walk this afternoon. She had a blast chasing the birds out here.
Yeah, she loved it. This is her first saltwater, actually, even though we grew up in California.
Yeah,
I don't know, maybe she's gone in saltwater in Florida. I don't think we've let her.
No.
But yeah, she was very excited to dip her toes into the Sea of Cortez here.
She's very excited.
Very excited. She
had a blast.
Yeah.
She looked real haggard after.
Yeah.
So she's been relaxing today as well. So with that said, I think we will just check in with you a little bit later.
I got one last thing.
Okay.
We picked up some of our merch. So I got this Camp Life hoodie, sweatshirt, and Ray got I'm outdoorsy. I drink my wine around the campfire. These are available at store.getawaycouple.com, and yeah, they're very comfy. Perfect for Baja California winters. So we're very
California.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So 55 and up, I would say.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Don't buy these for Michigan winters.
No.
Unless they're going to be your base layer. All right. Well, we will see you guys tomorrow.
We left early the next morning to continue our journey north. All right, so we have like 2 days left in Baja and about 13 gallons of water, which we could tell because of our sea level. And that's not going to be enough to take a shower, which I'm desperately in need of. But we did have extra purified water we bought from Costco before we left, about 12 gallons, and we're not going to drink that much. So we didn't want to fill up with the water from here at the resort, because then we'd have to re-sanitize our whole system and just no other reason.
We're so close.
And we're so close. We just need to make it.
Fill up.
We were, but we need to make it 2 days. So we've come up with this brilliant idea using just a short hose, our onboard pump, which allows us to reverse it and have a siphon, and a water bandit, which I've had since we started RVing because it was a necessity and we'd never used it before. So the water bandit is just so you can place it over a faucet that doesn't have threads and use it with your hose to get to your RV.
Yeah, so the inside. Yeah.
So it's just like a flexible inside.
And it has different levels.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, so what we found is if we can get it over the opening here, which is
it's starting to sprinkle.
Stretchy.
Yes.
It'll fit over the mouth of this water bottle, and then I can hold it and turn on the pump, it'll start to siphon the water, and then to give it a little bit of airflow so it doesn't just crush the bottle,
There we go.
we give it a little air hole at the top.
Yeah,
And then
we're pretty proud of ourselves.
yeah, so this will add, I don't know, 6 or 8 gallons of water.
Yeah, however many
out
we
of like the
decide.
12 we have left. We only use about 1 or 2 a day.
Yeah, we bought so much water because I didn't want to drink the water down here.
Yeah.
And I did not want Carmen drinking it at all. I
Yeah.
would have drank the water down here before we gave it to Carmen.
Absolutely.
And it's gotten better. I'm sure it would have been fine, but still, that's why we like super overbought on water.
Yeah, so you look at that.
Yeah.
Boom.
It's so fast.
Yeah, we're very proud. We're very proud.
Exactly.
So this will get us through the last couple of days. We'll be able to take a shower.
Yep, thank goodness.
We're doing the dinner tonight. You know why? We're leaving tomorrow.
Oh, we're the border.
The border, what happened today at 12:30? The State Department, you know, you have different levels, 1, 2, 3, and 4.
17.
One is no hassle at all. 2 is use precaution, and that's what everything usually is a 2. 3 is don't do any unnecessary travel, and 4 is don't travel. Get back as soon as you can.
Uh-oh.
So that happened at 12:30 today. So number one thing that we have, the most important thing is you guys' safety, and that's what we were concerned about. So we're going home tomorrow morning. Okay, so the dinner for tomorrow night is going to be tonight. The only thing you're going to miss out on is the bus thing tomorrow.
I get clean laundry one day sooner.
We just found out that they are making us go home tomorrow.
The State Department has issued a level 4 travel warning, which says get home if you can because of COVID-19, and they won't help you if you get stuck.
Yeah, going back to the States actually seems a little scarier because there's not panic down here, they're not raiding stores, and every time that we have had cell service and we've logged on and we've read these articles, it's actually pretty terrifying.
Yeah, the entire time we've been down here, the coronavirus, or the COVID-19 disease was just starting when we left, and so it's been very, very nice not having any service and not being surrounded and having something to worry about,
Right.
especially down here on the Baja Peninsula in these smaller towns that don't get international tourism, and so there's no way for it to spread except for
Too much.
us.
Yeah.
So it's been very, very nice to be separated.
Obviously, I think that Fantasy RV is making the right choice by canceling our plans tomorrow and having us come right back to the States, because I think it was only about 3 or 4 hours ago it was announced that the level went from a 2 to a 4, and so if you're a U.S. citizen, it's time to start heading back and figuring out plans up there.
Probably the number one thing that I'm bummed about us leaving a day early is that we were going to get our RV and truck washed tomorrow for very, very cheap down here.
Yes, as you can see in the background, it is
And it
filthy.
It is so, it's the dirtiest. I think if we took all the last 3 years together and all the dirt we've had on our RV
I don't think
and
it
put
would.
them all together, it's not as dirty as it is right now. It's disgusting.
I know.
So-
and it's only because of the rain that they've been getting down here, and it's just like, and the construction and the dirt roads, yeah, it's just like really kicked it up. So yeah, they did have someone coming through that was going to wash all the RVs while we were on our bus tour tomorrow, and as you can see, our neighbor is getting his washed right now.
He's high enough on the list. I think we're like number 9 or something,
Yeah.
and it's late already.
I don't know
so
if
they won't get to
the
us.
sun's
Yeah.
setting. Yeah, I don't know if they'll get to us, which is fine because now it sounds like we're gonna have plenty of time to get some maintenance done. So they've changed our plans for this evening. We are now going to our farewell to Mexico dinner tonight instead of tomorrow night.
Yeah.
In the last hour, you're probably wondering, why are you in this kind of situation where the rigs are like this? When we pulled in, where we were gonna stay was so flooded and so muddy that the park moved us to this paved area, which is actually really nice.
Yeah.
We're happy to have paved ground here. So everyone.
This is just a parking lot that they moved all the cars that were here out of, so we could all park here.
So it's actually really nice. Yeah. So since they kind of announced that we were leaving tomorrow, everyone set up all their chairs and stuff right around here, and
we had an accordion going.
Yeah, accordion, that's right.
Yeah.
So someone brought out their accordion, everyone brought out their food that's going to be taken at the border tomorrow.
Right.
So we're actually going to dinner now though, so it was like appetizers, and then we had to finish off all of the margarita mix that was left over too. So it's been really fun, and everyone's actually in really good spirits, so that's really nice.
Yeah, we only lost a day.
We only lost a day. So we are gonna go to our farewell dinner. Good morning, guys. We were on the road by 7:30, so we were only 80 miles from the border crossing. When we came over, we came through the Tijuana crossing, but when we go back, we're going through the Tecate crossing because it's easier to get, I guess, a lot of rigs through there, we've been told.
Yeah, going back. I mean, it's easier both ways, but I think you don't get that scenic, beautiful coastal drive down the one.
Yeah. Well, it was definitely easier crossing in Tijuana.
Yeah.
Because it was like along our route a little bit better. But anyway, so they gave us a brown bag breakfast this morning, and we all hit the road together, and we're pulled over now about halfway to the border so everyone could kind of get regrouped. We have our whole group here.
2-minute warning.
2-minute warning.
Yep.
And then they, our wagon master crosses first, and he said he counts us as we leave to make sure, obviously, that everyone got across, and they'll still help you if you have any issues at the border. So you're not quite left alone just yet. But once you cross and you're good to go, you're on your own. So we are heading to 1,000 Trails Resort that we were able to get in at, and then we're gonna go into hibernation mode, and we're gonna try and self-quarantine and figure out where we want to go from there. We haven't quite figured everything out yet, and we're still gonna need to grab some groceries and supplies and stuff because we stocked up for Mexico, but then we got low.
And we have reservations already for actually a couple different 1,000 trails, but we're thinking about changing those plans because those were to visit friends and family, which is what you're not supposed to do. And especially we've been traveling a lot.
Yeah, so. Right, exactly. So, and we don't really want to get stuck somewhere if it goes into like full mandatory quarantine. We don't want to get stuck somewhere we don't want to be. So we're going to take precautions and self-quarantine somewhere we want to be. Anything else for now?
Nope. Excited to get home.
Yeah.
I mean, I really liked this last place we were at, but overall, we've been traveling a lot.
Yeah. Well, back to our own. We take our home with us, so we are home.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's cross that border. Alright guys. So we actually have made it back from Mexico safe and sound, and we wanted to thank Fantasy RV Tours for allowing us to come on this tour with them. We very much appreciate it. We had a great time. And just in case you missed it, since this is part 2 and we got quite a few questions on part 1, this was back in March. So we obviously came back from Mexico due to the pandemic a day early, but this was back in March, so we have been back for a while now. And if you're curious what we've been up to since we got back, we have our daily vlogs. So our channel did get a little out of order there for a couple months because when we came back from Mexico and we were trying to find a place to shelter in place safely, we decided we didn't want to show our content January through March because people were already getting confused. People were already warning us about the pandemic, so we decided to start making more up-to-date content, and that's when we started doing our daily vlogs. So I will link that daily vlog playlist, because if you want to watch our channel in order, when we get back from Mexico, we went right into daily vlogs. So with that said, next week's video will be taking place after the daily vlogs. So a little confusing, but not really. So next week our videos will be a little bit more up to date. They'll be our normal speed of maybe being a month to 6 weeks behind.
Now that we're more caught up with our footage and we did some more real-time vlogs, we found that we kind of liked doing it a little bit more real-time, so you might be seeing more videos released from us and more up-to-date videos.
Yes, that's the goal, knock on wood. No promises though. But other than that, we hope that you enjoyed our Mexico videos, and we'll be sure to catch you next week on a little more up-to-date stuff. But other than that, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to join our Getaway gang. We'll see you next time. Bye guys.
You always look so front and beautiful, and then I look like a gremlin in the background. Hey! Hey!
Ow! You kicked me.
Well,
Well, what?
so the only thing that I think I'm completely bummed about leaving a day early.
Do you want to go this way?
You two look so cute.
Oh, thanks. To get some maintenance done.
You guys want a picture from a distance?
No,
Oh, no,
we're
we're
okay.
good.
We're
You're
okay?
It's video, yeah. So we've been.
You guys want to?
You want us to take your picture?
No, we're good. Thank you.
No, we're okay. Yeah, selfie video stuff. No, thank you.
Is that a millennial thing?
It is 100%.
You want to say hi?
Yeah.
No, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.